Now in the following of our password reset in Django, from the series of Django tutorials, we're going to continue our forms for resetting the password. So we've already created 3 password templates inside of the registration folder. We also changed the registration folder and the templates to the main folder, the main directory. So now we need to update our home.html in order to add the link for resetting the password. So in here, I'm going to add, when the user is authenticated, I'm going to add a link for resetting the password. So if the user is authenticated, we have the home link and we also have a logout link. So it's better to place the link related to resetting the password in between these two. And remember, we had a nav bar, so I'm going to place our reset password link instead of our nav bar. So here we had a tag, and then we have href equals to, and then in here we're going to have okay, so we're going to have the URL of a reset password. So here we have URL, and then we have password reset, password underline reset. This is the name of URL related to resetting the password. And you might ask, okay, why haven't we added it to our URLs? And the answer is that this is a built-in URL inside of Django for authentication, and resetting the password is one of those URLs that are already built in, and we have included it inside of our urls.py inside of the login project folder. As you can see, we have included the Django contrib auth URLs, and all of the authentication URLs are included in here, containing our reset password. So right here, let's go back to our home.html, and in here I'm going to close the a tag now, and then write what we should for. So I can here write reset password, reset the password. There we go. So let me save this and finally run our project to see if there is anything wrong, if there is any error, and if we have forgotten anything. So python manage.py run server. Okay, so far so good. Now let's follow the link. And now we're not logged in, so let's log in to continue and be able to reset our password. So we had James, oh, we had James. Also, we need to fix something about this please enter a correct username, because this follows the same color as our nav bar, so we need to create 2 unordered list styles. So we'll do that after this part, after checking our forms. So let me enter our password. So now we're logged in, and now we have the reset password link here. Let me click on this, and as you can see, we have the reset password email, right? So this doesn't have any status. We're going to add that, but right now let's add the email. So for example, I can add a kind of email. It could be any kind of email. So for example, marina@gmail.com, doesn't really matter. But if you want to actually have this in a real world, you need to write an actual email. Okay, so I'm gonna send the confirmation link to this email, and I've been redirected to the reset password done. So we probably need to create this as well. I'm going to check that, but now let us we should say that, okay, the password has been reset. I think we have created that already, so probably we haven't written anything. So password reset done, and okay, so let me, so now we have a new folder here called, you should have a new folder here called sent emails. So I need to see that somewhere. Other template right over here. So I'm going to add that to our templates. I'm going to create a new file and call this password reset. So let me do this again. And password reset complete .html. And so this is for the time when we have completed all of the steps, and then we're going to give a link to our login. And because our password has been reset, we're going to log in another time with a new password. So again, we're going to have the very same code for our blocks and the title. So here we should write password reset complete, and now here I can write your password has been successfully changed, and then we should say you can continue by logging in to the website from, and now here we can add a tag for giving the link. So in a tag href equals to, and then let's give it a link. And here we have the URL. So let me zoom over here, and then we have apostrophe, and inside of the apostrophe we have the name related to our login page, which is called login. And then so here we said you can continue by logging to the website from the and here let me close the tag, the login page. So there we go, and so we have everything set up here, and also we have our reset complete page. So okay, here let us save our project. Also let me save this one and make sure everything has been saved. And so after saving everything, we can continue with our website. Try resetting one more time. So let us reset the password. And here you can write your own email. So here I noticed that I hadn't saved my settings.py because we had add this email backend and email file path. So these are really important. If you don't do it, you will not be able to see the folder related to your emails inbox. So I will try again another time for resetting my password. So let's get back to our main page, our home page. Let us reset the password, and I'm going to add my password. Now here I'm going to send the confirmation link. And so it says that you should check your inbox. So we can check our inbox from here. Now let's check everything. There's also something important to mention, and that is once you enter somebody's email, you need to make sure that the email is the one that you had entered for creating the super user, right? So you need to have, if this is the super user, which is James is a super user of this application. So the email should be the email related to that person, right? So if this is not that kind of email, then the sent emails folder will not be created, and you will not be able to email to James. So let me reset the password for James and paste in James' email, which we had created in the recent tutorials, and send the instructions and send the emails. So we will be able to see that we have the sent emails folder, which we are referred in the settings.py, and in there is a log file, and it tells us about everything from webmaster to james@gmail. So this is a form, built-in form inside of Django. You can change this, which we're going to refer to later, but here, as it refers to the local host, you can enter the name of your own team, and this is the link given for you in order to change your password or reset your password. So I'm going to copy this, and here I'm going to paste in this URL. So now, as you can see, we've been redirected to a new valid directory, and here we're going to set the password, the new password that we want. So let me create that new password. And change the password, and the password has been reset. As you can see, password reset complete. Your new password has been set. You can log in now on the login page. So if I click on this, you'll see that we're redirected to our login page, and we can log in with a new password. So I'm gonna add James, and here I'm going to write the new password. And as you can see, I've just logged in. So now let us log out and log in with one of our other members. And by the way, if you want to know who they are, or you have forgotten the emails, you can just if you're a super user, you can go to the admin page and enter the specifications of the user and password of the super user, which is James here. So I'm gonna enter his new password and log in, and here we can find the list of the users: Anna, James, Karen, right? And James is the super user, so it says staff status, and here James has been checked, which means that he's a super user, and he's the administrator behind this Django website. So we have his email here. Once we entered his email, we were able to see the sent email folder with his log. Now we have Anna and Karen, but without any email address in here. So we can add that, and then we will be able to reset their password, right? So what we're going to do is to log out and log in with, for example, Karen. So let me enter her password. I hope it's the correct one. Yes, it is. And let us reset her password. So I've entered an arbitrary email. So for example, her email is marina@gmail.com, or for example, let me change this to Karen@gmail.com. And let us try this. Let us see if this is gonna work. So no, this is not gonna work because this only works with the James, who is the administrator. So only the administrator or the super user is able to see these emails, and other people are not authorized to do that. So we can do that too. We can create other super users and add them to staff. So let us go back to the admin page. And as you can see, because she is not authenticated as a super user, you'll see that you're not authenticated as Karen. So let me change this to James. And here add his password. Let's go back to users. And so here we cannot be able to, we can change her permission from active to staff status, right? So we can add her as a super user, but let's try with this staff status, and here save this, save, and then try Karen here by resetting the password. So so here we are James. Let's log out, log in as Karen. Okay, the password is not correct. Now it's correct. Let's reset the password and let us add her email. So now I've added her email. Let's see whether you'll be able to see any log here. Again, not anything. So I guess we need to add this to the admin, add her email to the admin page so that she will get notified by her own email, right? So let me log in with James one more time. And let's go back to the users and to the Karen and enter her email address right over here. There we go, we've entered that, and now let's save this. Let's go back to and log out, log in, and here enter Karen, the password, and now reset the password. This is her email, and now as you can see, because her email has been added to our administration page by James, now she's able to see everything, right? She's able to now reset her password. So we need to add the email of every user that we add that is logged in, and then we'll be able to see everything. So I can copy this and reset her password too. As you can see, we've got everything, and now I can enter her password. Now I've changed her password, and I can go back to login page, and that's it. So we've already learned how to reset the password, and it's been a long way through. And if you have already managed to do this, congratulations. In the next part, we're going to add the styles to our forms, and so that we will have a complete website.